world? How is everyone doing? All 0 people in here. I hope all of you are having a fantastic Thursday. I would like to introduce my sister, my lovely sister, Christina. Christina, say hello.
I'm back,
I'm
baby.
back, baby.
Hey, there you go. All right, so we got a pretty good show lined up for you tonight. We're going to talk about a whole host of shows to include Severance, Yellow Jackets, which is something that I just started watching today, and some show news, movie news, and whatever else the hell we feel like talking about. So, first of all, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
good. How are you?
Okay, doing fantastic. You might notice
Good.
that we are not together tonight because my sister did not want to come to my house. So that is
So not
fine.
true.
So not true.
That is completely fine. All right, what you got, man? Break down the news. What you got? What's the first thing you want? Well, I mean, you can just do
Go down
whatever
a little.
until
Go down a little.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, some of the
Well, some of the
information that I've been
information that I've
seeing
been seeing
is
is
has a lot to
has
do
a lot to
with
do with
Avengers
I hear
Avengers
Doomsday.
that.
Doomsday.
Hang on for a second.
hmm
It sounds like you're. They said you're echoing. You got YouTube up?
No, I don't have the
No, I
volume
don't
up.
have the volume up.
If anybody, yeah, yeah, they say you're doubling. So you're going to have to figure that out.
I don't.
I
Am
don't.
I?
Am I?
Am I now? You
Am I
guys?
now? You guys?
Do you have YouTube up?
No.
No.
You don't have YouTube open at all?
No.
No.
Well, I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out because we can't. Is she still echoing? Well, Chris, you're going to figure this out, man. All right. So while she does that, while she tries to figure out what is going on with her mic situation, I'm going to try and break down the news all by my lonesome. That's fine. You know, that's fine. I like pressure. Pressure. I love pressure. As a matter of fact, it's not a big deal for me. First of all, how's everybody doing out there? Hope y'all enjoying your Thursday. That's what's up. All right. So the first thing that she was gonna read is that Daphne Keene will be returning as Laura X-23, the little badass from Wolverine, or the last Wolverine movie. Well, not the last Wolverine. You know what I'm saying. Hugh Jackman canceled a concert he was due to have in London due to unforeseen conflict. Did Wolverine have to get into a fight? And Chris Evans may be returning for Avengers Doomsday. Pretty sure he's not going to be Captain America because he would have to be like 90 or something like that. But whatever, you know, I mean, well, I'll put it to y'all because I'm not a fan of bringing back the dead. I'm not a fan of them bringing back Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans as Captain America. I feel like their story ended kind of perfectly, so I don't want to see them come back and ruin what they've already started. So, Fletch wanted to know how is Dark doing. So I'm not gonna spill all the beans on Dark because I'm gonna do a review on it, season 2. I will just tell you that I've never been more confused watching a show in my entire life. I've watched all the way to episode 8 of season 2, and I still do not know whose child is who. I'm just being real. Like I'm just gonna give you this one nugget. There was a woman who was laying in bed with her kid, and it was determined. I got this is so hard to explain. Mother, child, right? Mother gets up and she's looking at a picture of her father, not knowing that her daughter, who is laying right next to her at age I don't know, 8 is the mother's mother. I don't like I can't with this show. I'm sitting here counting my fingers like I'm doing multiplication. It's just I can't do this. Like it's that difficult. I've never been this confused with a show. Okay, there's 5 different people on here, and they're the same person. So I don't know. We'll get it figured out. Chris, how's your echo? How's that doing?
I don't know.
I mean, you
I'm gonna
sound
need.
clear. So let's find out from the people. Is she back? Is she still echoing?
Yes, please let me know.
Laugh in the bushes. What's up? Fletch, what's happening? Lisa Wrights, what's going on? Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it differently for season 3. I'm going to watch season 3, and I'm going to react to season 3 along with you guys. Of course, I can't do the entire show. I'm just gonna do like the major parts. Chris, you still echoing. So either you got YouTube open. Melba says I would turn it off and restart. Turn it off and restart. And I would just leave out everything except StreamYard. I would just bring up just StreamYard, and that's it. Not even YouTube. I don't know why you talking. I can't hear you. You muted yourself. Well, that's fine. So, that's about it for Dark, man. Like I said, I'm not going to go completely into Dark because I'm going to review it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty great. I will tell you. She says it may be her mic from her computer. I don't know. If I wish I could help you. You could always, jump in the car and come on this way. That's all I'm saying. Yellowjackets. I don't know how many of you have seen Yellowjackets, but that was a good pull by y'all, man. I thought it was gonna be some bullshit. I'm being completely honest. When I first started that show and I saw a bunch of teenagers playing soccer, I was like, oh my god. Like I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to watch it at all. I was like, well, I'll just get through the first 2 episodes and then we'll see how it goes. But I'm telling you, man, it picked up. It picked up. It was kind of messed up. It was kind of gory, showed some pretty foul stuff. Not even gonna lie to you. The first thing I saw was a little girl's mom pleasuring herself to a picture of her daughter's boyfriend. That messed me up. A little bit.
Hey, I'll be there in
15.
15. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I guess I'm doing the show by myself until my sister gets here. All right, so I'll see you in a little bit, and we'll get all the kinks worked out. Cool. Well, everyone, it's just going to be me for a little bit, so can't wait for Yellowjacket Season 3. Why don't y'all tell me about this show sooner, man? Huh? Y'all like to keep stuff to yourself. Y'all some selfish people, man. I don't know. I don't know what I should talk about while I'm on here until she gets here, because I know she's going to be pissed if I start talking about this show before she get here. Severance was absolutely amazing. Another amazing show. We can wait and love that your sister's only 15 minutes. Wait, I appreciate it. Yeah. I love that she's close. Our parents are close too, so they live in between us, so it's cool. Nice little setup. What do you think happens on the next episode of Severance? That is a good question. We're gonna theorize until she gets here. So I believe that everybody was right about Helena. I think everybody was right about Helena. Y'all got to give me something. Have you seen Monarch Legacy of Monsters? Yes, I have. Yes, I have, Lisa. And I don't know if you noticed, but I created another list. Huh? I've created another list on my Discord just for shows like that. It's called Roasting Movies We Hate. That show sucks ass. Let me just tell you, I watched the whole season. The entire season, and that was absolutely awful. Awful. Huh? It was terrible. I can't even believe you just recommended that. Did I finish Landman? I did not finish Landman. I got bored with it. I got kind of bored with Landman. They weren't doing anything. It just got down to his wife and his daughter always naked, and his son having this relationship that he probably shouldn't have had with a wife, a widow of some guy who was working on the. It just got boring. Like, I don't care about that, right? I liked the aspect of what is his name? Ed Thornton. I can't remember his damn name. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. La Brea. I hear good things about that. I'll go check that out. Yeah, see? Lisa Rice says Monarch kids are awful. Monarch kids are awful. So I don't know if you saw my review on Monarch, but that was one of my comments in my breakdown of Monarch. I'd have punched them kids in the face in front of CPS. Do you hear me? They was that bad, and right in front of them too, and looked to CPS right in the eyes. I just did them in because the way they were talking to her father and like people of authority was just like completely disrespectful, and I was just like, oh my god, it couldn't be me. Um, what else is out? What did I just finish? I can't even think. What shows did I just finish? Paradise. I never even heard of Paradise. Another Life. I never heard of that either. It's on Netflix. I'm gonna check that out. Anybody finish what's that whack show on Earth Abides? Anybody finish that? Anybody finish that? Did anybody finish Earth Abides? Listen, I'm gonna try and figure out something because right now it's dry out there. Right, there ain't a whole lot to be talking about except Yellowjackets. Except Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets was really good, really good. I can't wait to finish watching that. But other than that, it's dry. There ain't no movies out. There ain't no good shows out. I tried watching Night Agent. It could have been Day Agent. It was trash. Like, it's not trash. It's just like I don't care for that dynamic between the woman that he was with last season and him. Why is she back in it again? Why is he back in it again? He's not even a real Night Agent. It's a dumb name too, Night Agent. La Brea? Yeah, y'all really love La Brea? I'm going to check that out. Was it good? Is it really good though? Nice plot. All characters have plot armor. Yeah. Hey, did y'all watch Game of Thrones? Cause that's only the best show ever of all time. I only ask you that because one of the characters was in the latest episode of Severance. Who can name that character? You're on the clock. Running out of time. Who was the character in the latest episode of Severance who was on Game of Thrones? Melba said, Goat Lady. Brienne of Tarth. That is correct. Take a bow. Absolutely right. Got it right. I was very surprised to see her. I'm doing it again. Starting to talk about this show without her being on. She probably listened on the way over here. It's your own fault, Chris. It's your own fault if I start talking about it. I don't care. I love you, but I don't care no more. Huh? It's about the people. Valar Margulis? Is that a show or a person? Oh, she was in Star Wars. That's right. She was the shiny stormtrooper. That's right. I forgot about that. Waiting NF for Dark Winds to return. You just saying words or these shows? These shows, or you just making stuff up? Just saying stuff? What the hell is snow? What is snow? There was a show. It was called Snow something. It was about a gangster in LA. They were like the first people to figure out how to sell crack. I don't even like saying that, but that was a really good show. Sad to say. That was a really good show. Dark Winds. What is that? She had a great death in Star Wars. There was nothing good in the latest Star Wars. Nothing. She should not have died like that. She should not have gone out like that. She deserved a better ending than that. As a matter of fact, she deserved better character arc than that. She would just show up, talk shit, and leave. That's what she did. She came in the room, told Finn what to do, and then she was gone. Just left. I don't understand. And then they just kicked her into a fire. You don't know she's dead. Huh? Palpatine came back. He can do whatever they want. You're right. Oh, wait. Valar Morghulis. Wait, that's not like when she, no, that wasn't the word for when she wanted the dragon to do his thing. That wasn't it, right? I'm tripping. Jon Snow. I love Jon Snow, but after he was brought back to life by the witch, he had plot armor too. He could not die at all. He just he was invincible to everything. Melba says she's trying to save me. Dracarys. That's right. Dracarys. Matter of fact, we're going to do, because I love that show. That's probably my favorite show of all time. So, well, that and that space show that my sister was talking about last week, which the name escapes me right now. It was on Amazon. It was a really good show. Who was your Arya Stark? Towards. What did it mean, though? What did it mean? Everybody was pissed off about how how that show ended too. Y'all got about 5 minutes before my sister gets here. Everybody's pissed off about how that show ended too. I ain't gonna say I liked how it ended. I liked how Arya handled the Night King. That was ridiculous. Did I watch House of Dragon? I did watch House of Dragon. I'm still watching House of Dragon. It got kind of boring a little bit in the second season. Just got a little I don't know how you put it. Like it was like they were just like me right now, just wasting time until the end of the season till they put out the last show. Battlestar Galactica. So I'm old enough, which is sad. I'm old enough to remember the original show. That was good, but it was corny. It was really corny, like corny. Valar Morghulis, every man must serve. Okay, I don't remember that. I don't even remember when they used that. That's fine though. So I want to do the Jurassic Park trailer reaction, and I want to do the It's about time, god damn it. Let me hook up your mic. We got to pause here for station identification, so hang on one second. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the show. So here we are again. Hang on, I got your mic all the way down again.
I'm back, baby.
Nope, I can't hear you either. You plugged in? I don't know. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. All right, hang on.
Well, I guess I'm just not gonna be a part of.
Can they hear? Can you? All right. I'm gonna unplug it and I'm gonna plug it back in. Okay. Well, you're off. That's loud. No. All right. Well, I guess we share the microphone. This is this is messed up. I'm gonna try and fix your mic. Just keep talking. So where we were was we were getting ready to go into Yellowjackets. We'll save Severance for the end because I got a lot to say about Severance. I'll fix your mess.
We were talking about Yellowjackets, right?
Yeah.
Where were we on Yellowjackets?
Nowhere. We had just started.
Oh, well, my personal take with regard to the show, I enjoy it. I'm actually, I just finished episode 2. I like so far the dynamics, and my word, Misty. Okay, girl. I mean, what are we doing? We're sitting up here actually sabotaging potential rescue because you feel important suddenly. What's going on? Oh, that'll help, huh? Wait.
There you go.
Is that me?
Yep.
Hey, I'm back,
Okay.
baby.
God damn it.
I am back. All right.
No one's ever gonna watch this.
I know.
No one's
it's
ever gonna watch this
terrible.
live
It's
stream.
one of the, I know. It's
No
awful. Anyway. So yeah, so I enjoyed the show so far. I enjoyed the show so far. I actually think it's pretty interesting. I'm curious to see this little boy. I forget the young lady who's running for office. Yeah, I hear it. I don't know.
Just talk.
The young lady who's running for office now. Her son is talking about some chick sitting out in the tree at night. I guess stalking him or whatever. But I know we got all kinds of problems tonight, you guys. This is what happens when you go live. I'm just saying.
Just keep it going. It's fine.
But anyway, so I don't know what everybody else how they felt or feel about the show thus far, since I was not privy to any of it.
So I was talking about how I thought it was gonna be trash because it was all those
the young girls.
Yeah, the girls playing soccer. And I was like, this is trash. I don't know why y'all recommended this.
I will say, now, I don't ever recall, and granted, it could just be because of where we grew up, or where we've been, or what have you. I don't ever recall a soccer team having that much like importance, or is it a high school soccer team being that important to the school?
Where they travel? What do you mean? Because they travel?
No, not I mean, if you got nationals, you got nationals.
What do you? I don't. I'm confused.
So
Like,
because she was in the beginning, Jackie, I believe is her name. She was screaming out the window, that they're.
oh yeah, that they're going to nationals. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just. All right, that was just my little take on it.
You never seen that before?
No, I've seen it before. I'm just saying I don't recall, especially when we were in school, soccer being as prevalent as that.
Yeah, because we sucked at everything. We weren't good. Wasn't going nowhere. Wasn't never going nowhere. We was like the worst. You got to be good to go someplace. We're never good. I don't even think the players thought we was good.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Never seen Yellow Jackets. I get the feeling those girls went through full cannibal or something. You would be absolutely correct,
think
Dennis.
they did too, yeah.
That is a great guess, Dennis. That's a fantastic guess. So I guess the story is, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, right? I guess the story is that these girls who are part of the soccer team, they get on an airplane and then the plane crashes. And I'm guessing that they have to survive
19 months.
Okay. So 19 months. And it looked like they got into some diabolical stuff, like stuff that they didn't need to go into, right?
Yeah, at the very beginning you had the trap that they set where the girl was walking and she felt like that's something that I saw on Vikings.
No, she ran into that, first of all. And second, the smart girl, Misty. First of all, who and why? Why? Why would you give your daughter a horse name? Huh? Misty. That's a stage name, son. That is not next to the stage. Misty. Shaking her thing.
Really?
I'm just saying. Would you name your kid Misty?
No. But
or Sunshine? Or Puddles? Huh? Or something like that. It just sounds stupid. Like
Puddles.
It's whatever. It's fine. So where I left off is that dude's father was in a tree. He fell out of the airplane and he got impaled
on the tree
by a branch. Son, I'm looking at this like, what? What is happening on this show? Is he impaled? That's crazy.
I mean, but wouldn't you try and go up and like get him if
would I?
If that was our father?
No, I'd be like, Dad.
No.
Dad.
Ooh.
Dad, you good? No, he's done. He's done. He's done. We'll bury him in the winter.
Well, he done now, especially the way he fell out that daggone tree.
No.
But
Dennis said he dated a girl named Misty.
See?
Word? Dennis?
That's a thing.
Is it really a thing?
And she would have been born back in the 80s since they were teenagers. This is 96 that they were caught out in the wilderness. So she would have been born like around 80.
Okay, I'm just gonna make a few guesses. She was
16 years.
Was she of
Stop it. Nope. Not even doing it, y'all. Not even doing it.
Just
no.
All right, fine. Congratulations,
nice.
Dennis. I'm glad you dated someone named Misty.
Oh goodness.
That's what's up. So I like the show, right? It was a great recommend. There's a girl in this, the mother that you start off with, I forget what her name is. She has the black hair.
Shauna.
So her daughter, right?
Yeah.
Comes in the house talking mad shit. Just she told her daughter, she was like, "Hey, can you?"
11.
She told her daughter, "Can you put your phone down so we can have a meaningful conversation?"
Right.
And she said, "Yeah." And then she says, I made meatloaf." She was like, "Wow, is this your meaningful conversation? Is that what this is?" I'd have slapped fire from her the second
No.
she'd have said, "Who you talking to?"
Not only that, when she told her to be back home by 11, and she looked at her and she was like, midnight.
Now it's 10. Now it's 10. Say something else. It's about to be 7. Huh?
Dang.
It's
I'm
about to
just
be
leaving the
7
house at
o'clock.
7. My goodness.
Shannon said she got a stepsister named Misty. Well, I guess it's just a cloudy day somewhere. All these Misties. Huh? She said she was going to make meatloaf, and her daughter, no, she told her daughter to take
Take the
meat out of
meat
the
out, and
freezer.
she didn't know what she was talking
No,
about.
no, first she was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not
Right.
doing that."
Mhm.
So I don't care where I am. I don't care where I am or what I am doing.
Well, she was in her car.
Huh?
She was in her car.
All the
for this
better.
conversation.
Because whatever I was going to do, I'm making a detour and I'm asking, "Hey, where you at? Where you at? Just tell me where you at. It's all good."
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we gotta get some things straightened out. We gotta get some things straightened out. First of all, you finna get skull drugged. That meat better be out of the freezer before I get home, or it's gonna be some damage
Well, she
done.
remedied it. She killed the rabbit.
No, that is not a remedy. That is psycho behavior.
She dressed the rabbit.
So I saw that, and I was wondering, why is she pulling guts out of this animal?
Because you have to.
Why is she gutting a rabbit?
Because she made it. She made it part of that night's meal, and when she told her husband and daughter, they were like, "You're so funny."
Her husband weird too. I don't know.
Well, her husband is the guy that she was.
I just noticed. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of figured, but I
Yeah.
just noticed. So him and his wife, they're not,
They don't have a relationship, guys. I mean, basically, that's what it is.
they not getting down. They ain't none of that. Ain't none of that going on. Ain't none of that, right? None of that's happening. So because none of that's happening, they had to go see a psych, and the psych told them, psych told them that you got homework. Your homework is to go home. I want you to have sex, and I want you to role play.
Yeah, I'm not gonna role play as a customer of your store,
dude. That messed me up. That messed me up. So she was like, she was trying to do the right thing. She was like, "Listen, I wonder what you got in here. You know, what kind of mattress you gonna sell me, huh, big boy?" He was like, "Well, we got mattresses over here, and we got mattresses over here."
She wanted to make a return.
So instead of this dude just playing along, he was like, "Why would you want to make a return to a mattress store, dude? Just
go along. You the one came up with this stupid idea.
I don't understand."
Oh well.
Melba says, "My question is something in the woods, or is they just crazy surviving?" I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. Again, I'm only on season 2. The end of my episode is where Misty found the black box
and destroyed it,
and saw that it was flashing, and she tore the box open, which is not a thing you can do. And
well, because when she got up earlier in the evening to, we'll say, use the facilities, she heard the other girls saying, "Oh my God, we wouldn't
be nowhere without her."
Right. So she liked that feeling. And so instead of allowing for rescue to come and get you, I'm going to destroy the box, and you guys don't need to rely on me.
But still, I feel like they should be able to find you pretty easily. You know?
How so?
Well, all right.
I need to know where this Nationals was. How they end up in this random jungle? Because wouldn't Nationals imply that there's
first
somewhere
of all, I don't know where
local?
it was at. I don't know where it was at, but
or in the contiguous United States.
I don't know. I feel like they should have been rescued. Again, I've only seen up to episode 2,
right?
But I feel like they should have been rescued. If you want to talk about episode 3, you can, because I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Episode 3, so I can't talk about it.
Well, how far have you gotten?
The same exact
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey! I've been busy.
All right.
Been busy.
Dennis says what happens when a bunch of chicks are left alone in the woods. I'm not gonna say that, Dennis. Dennis can say that. I'm not saying that.
Easy. Melba, by the way, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, so glad that you're here. But easy on the girls in the woods.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind telling your friends about this channel so we can get 13, maybe
Don't
14
tell them
eyes.
about the first 20 minutes or so of this episode.
That's fine. We'll get it right. This one ain't gonna be great.
We did test it, guys. We didn't have the feedback, so I don't. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
You didn't have the feedback, and I didn't have feedback, but people watching had feedback, so we didn't test that. But that's fine. We'll fix it. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Melba said, "I don't know Dennis." Oh, I don't know why I put that statement up there. That's fine.
Good job.
All right, so what else about that show did you not?
Well, Shauna's about to get her groove back with that guy Adam that she rear-ended when she was yelling at her daughter about taking out the food for dinner.
I mean, I feel like that's going to happen now because she found out that her husband is messing around. First of all,
well, you already knew that he was when they were sitting in.
She knew too. Ain't nobody having to stay late nights over inventory over mattresses.
But I think when she will say seduced him, she was using that as a ploy to get to his phone to confirm her suspicion.
Yeah. So for anybody who may not know, a similar event happened in the it was the late 70s, early 80s. I think it was late 70s.
What are we talking about?
It was I think it was a soccer team. I think it was a soccer team.
Okay.
The plane went down, but it went down someplace really, really cold.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to eat each other to survive. You don't remember that?
No.
That was a real thing.
I was a child.
I mean, I was too.
I
stupid,
was younger
but
than you.
I mean, they still have Google, right? Is Google still a thing? But yeah, that was an actual thing that happened back in the day. They crashed. I think a few of them passed away when they hit, and those bodies were preserved in the snow. And when they got desperate because there was nothing out there but rock and snow, they decided, and the only way for them to sustain themselves was to do the unthinkable.
Yeah, but I mean that's a part of. I feel like a lot of different.
Oh, it is called Alive. It is called Alive, but Alive was based on a true story. That was a real thing that happened.
I feel like that has happened on a lot of different cases with people who've gone out and ended up in the wilderness with a group of people, and as they die, they're like, "Well, we got to eat." So,
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't care.
What?
You got to do.
Remind me to never, ever be caught out in the wilderness with you.
You.
Because I feel like my demise would not be accidental.
Let me tell you something. When you are down to your last, and you are hungry,
right?
And there ain't nothing out there. I promise you, your brain, like when you start thinking about, when you start looking at like insects and bugs and stuff like that, and you like, ew, you ain't hungry enough.
That's fine.
Not that I'm not eating none of that stuff. I have not eaten none of that stuff, but I have been very hungry in the past.
My point being is, I feel like my demise, should we end up in similar circumstances, wouldn't be, oh my God, she fell down a ravine. Oh, so sad. No, it'd be,
I would start. I would start with your throat, just so I shut you up. I would start with your neck meat. I would start right there. So delicious.
Y'all hear this?
So delicious.
It's terrible.
Yeah, but I find the show to be pretty good. I don't exactly understand the complete dynamic of everything. I don't know how everybody is still like themselves in the future. Like Misty. Misty got the same haircut and she wear the same glasses.
Misty's nuts. Misty is absolutely insane.
I saw she threatened that lady in the hospital. Yeah. She was like, don't mess with me.
But you saw how she was trying to manipulate that dude that was on a date with her, and he was like, I really don't want to be here. No, I don't want to go back to into your home. But was he as a dude? I don't know, so I'm asking. When he when they were sitting in front of I'm just
I know what you're about to ask. Go ahead and ask. I know what
when
you're
they
about
were
to ask.
sitting in front of the house, and she was asking him to come back, and at first he was giving pushback, and then he agreed. Was it to smash, or
Yes. Yes.
was it because he was feeling bad for her?
He felt bad. She wanted to smash.
So I have so many questions.
Me too. Do you know how bad? Do you know? Did you see like all nerdy how he was? Huh?
Yeah.
And he turned her down, and
Right.
she was showing off the tatas, and he
Right.
still turned her down.
Right.
Nah, I got shit to do. I can't. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I gotta work tomorrow. She was like, "You lost your job." He was like, "Yeah, I know, but I gotta get an early start." He was turning her down left and right, and
Right.
she had no self respect.
Okay.
None.
I still have a lot of questions, but all right.
Zero self respect. She was terrible, man.
Okay. Okay. Mm, that's awful, by the way.
Dubs is stupid. Yeah, I do remember. I'm telling you, you don't know what you do when you put in certain circumstances. When you get pushed to that,
To the limit. I get it.
yeah, your body will do things.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying I personally will refuse to be in that circumstance with you.
I promise you won't. I promise you. I promise you won't. When I was in the military,
Mhm.
like I was just a nasty fat body, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they said like you will learn to do things that you never thought you would do, and that is beyond real. That is beyond real. You have a superpower you don't even know about, but it's all good. I ain't gonna go into that. So
Okay.
let's go into. I feel like we're done with that, so we're gonna mess around for a little bit with some more news. I'm gonna let you get into the news.
I don't know where you left off.
Whatever. Just I think I did Hugh Jackman getting into a or having a problem, and X-23 possibly come back on. I did Chris Evans.
Well, then all we have left is Ted Lasso. What I would found earlier was that their season 4 is going to focus more on the Richmond women's team instead of the men's, and I haven't been able to find out whether or not that's because the actors weren't coming back or if that's just how they wanted to pivot. So,
Well, he said it was supposed to be. They said before that the show went off that was supposed to be the last one. They weren't.
yeah,
They weren't even supposed to do a second season,
right.
but everybody wanted it.
Yeah.
If you have not seen Ted Lasso, you should go watch
It's a
that.
must see.
It's a very, very good show.
Yeah.
Very good show.
Yeah. Next is I don't know. So I personally I watch For All Mankind. I enjoy that show. I think it's very well written. So they're talking about doing a spinoff called Star City. And but this time it'll be from what I'm understanding, this spinoff will be similar to what they did with For All Mankind, where they're doing the alternate reality, not what actually happened with the race to get to space. They're making some adjustments to the story and the timeline and things of that nature. So what they're talking about doing in this particular spinoff is doing it from the view of the cosmonaut. So I am curious how many of you guys would actually watch that. Like how many of you would tune in for the same thing that we're getting with For All Mankind, but from the perspective of the Soviet Union, et cetera, et cetera. Curious to see. Curious to see. That I might give that a watch just to see how they do that. And then the last little bit of information. Did you want to do that now, or you want to?
So I loved For All Mankind. I thought that was an amazing show.
Well, they still got another season that they're.
Are they doing another one?
If I'm not mistaken,
I thought it was over because they were in the future at this point.
Yeah.
It took me a second to get into.
I thought that's what I'll
For All
double check that,
Mankind.
guys. I'm not certain. Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because like they hit you with that racism like real quick. They was like, "Oh, you can't fly. You're black." And I was like, "Oh my god, where is the remote? I can't watch this. I cannot watch this. Can't watch this. I do not want to watch TV. Mad. Come on, what's on?
Well,
Golf Channel.
I
Let's put
mean,
that on."
stop.
So it it would hit every now and then, but it was actually a very, very good
I
show.
thought it was good. Yeah.
Very, very good show. So I say give that a try. All right, what's next?
And did you want to do?
Did you just point to something on your computer that I have to see from way over here? Can't see that shit. What is it? Say the words.
From.
Yeah.
Okay. God.
He was like, "Do you see that all the way over there in the corner? You see that right there?
Information.
Right there in small print. Can you read that for me?"
You have the same exact information.
I'm old now. I cannot read small print on your computer screen, and it's red. It's red.
Anyway.
Absolutely not.
Anyway. So I've been doing a little bit of digging, and I've been able to find the word that the children say. Can you say it? That one. Can you say it? Anghuni? Anghuni? Is that how they say it?
I don't even know what you're saying.
I know if Fletch is in here. He knows. But anyway, the kids, when they repeat off in the distance and they're just saying that really awkward word that nobody knows what they're saying.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Anyway, so from what I was able to find, the theory is
Angahui.
Yeah, that one.
Anguhui.
That one.
Anguhui.
Thank you. Who is that? Fletch?
No, it's Live from the Bushes.
Oh, thanks, Live from the Bushes. I appreciate you.
Ankihui.
So
I think that's what. I don't know. I've never heard that before.
They say that's all those children say. As a matter of fact, when Tabitha
say the word. It's right there. Say it.
I'm not on looking at what you're looking
it's right there. Say it. Biggest day. Say it.
Tabitha, when they remembered that they had to pass lives, that's what the children were saying. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, what they're saying is it's potentially a combination of anchors away. And they're kind of getting that because they're saying if you look at like the show, they have a lot of redundancies or a lot of nautical symbols in it. So you have at the very beginning you have Boyd with the boat thing, you have the lighthouse. So they're excuse me, wondering if that's potentially a clue on how they can get out, but they're saying like the only water that they have is that little lake that they go swimming in. So maybe that's something. I don't know. I know you guys do like a lot more of the theories. I read everything, but I don't think I can keep up. You guys are like way deep in it. But that's just another thing that you guys can maybe.
Dieter and Julie B. Deep Dives. They are the subject matter experts for From. As a matter of fact, I'd be surprised they wasn't on the damn show next month. I mean next season. So they pretty good. If you are ever confused or lost about anything that's on there, go to her channel and just ask her or just watch her because she got all the answers.
Yeah,
all of them.
So just wanted to make you guys. Yeah, it does. Thank you, Live from the Bushes. I did see where it means remember, but they're saying it can have like the double meaning where it can mean to remember, but it means it can also be just a combination of those two. It's a combination of those two words that can mean to remember is what I guess I'm trying to get at. But the nautical point is
Ankahui.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
I did. I love that show. It's very complex.
Yeah, it is.
But it was a fantastic show. What else you got? What else in movie news?
I think we covered everything.
All right, let's talk about the new trailers that just dropped. Then we're going to go into Severance.
Yeah. Okay.
So, did everyone get a chance to watch the new Jurassic Park trailer? Because that dropped, what, yesterday?
Yeah, I think that maybe the
Day before? Day before yesterday?
Mhm.
That dropped, and
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Now, Jurassic Park looked amazing.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park looked absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Fantastic Four it's very comic book accurate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they boring as hell. Like, nobody cares about the Fantastic Four. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see a family fighting crime. Okay, they've tried this probably 4 or 5 times, right? 4 or 5 times. No one gives a shit about a stretchy man, an invisible girl, a fireball, and a dude made of rock. No one cares. This is like the 5th time they've done
Yeah,
this.
I know.
Do you know what happens every time people say it bombs? It bombs. It gets a thumb down already.
I agree. Because I saw the I watched the trailer. I was not impressed. I was not impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, it looks better visually compared to the prior ones, but other than that, like, from what I could see thus far. Now, will there potentially be another trailer that's released that's got maybe a little bit more? I think my problem with it was, I don't know his proper name, the rock guy, the guy that's the rocks, the boulders. He was too cutesy.
Is his name?
He was too.
Is it Sam?
Sure, we'll go with Sam.
I think it's Sam.
He was
I don't know.
too cute for me. In the kitchen cooking up a meal or whatever. Like, I granted, yes, that may be one side of him, but give me I don't know. I don't know. It was just too cute.
So I think they tried to take a page out of Deadpool Wolverine because they saw how the excitement.
Baby, baby, you can't do that.
What?
Fantastic Four can't take a page out of. No, that was an amazing movie.
No. I don't mean in how it's set up. Ben, it's Ben. Thank you, Frankenstein. Saved my butt once again. They saw the reaction, right, that people had when they got to see Wolverine in his original comic accurate suit. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
First of all,
mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was in the theater and people, like, when he pulled his little mask over his head, his little cow, my God, people went stupid.
That movie was amazing.
Stupid.
That movie was amazing. As a matter of fact, I might go home and watch it tonight.
But I think when they saw that, they were like, okay, these people went nutso for this dude in his yellow suit. I think we need to make a comic accurate Fantastic Four. And I got news for you. Nobody gives a shit. No one cares if it's comic accurate. Okay, it's the Fantastic Four. You can't make that amazing. Okay, you can't. You can't do that. No one wants to see a family of heroes.
Well, the children do.
No.
You don't think kids will?
No.
Really?
No. Now,
I'm surprised.
Now, could I be made to be wrong? Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, just throwing it out there, you don't think a group of, we'll say, between 5 and 8-year-olds would want to see that?
8-year-olds will watch anything. 8-year-olds will look at keys if you jingle in front of them long enough.
But that's why I stopped it at 8, because these young kids these days are very specific about what they watch.
They don't even watch TV. They look at their iPad. But that's neither here nor there. Listen, that's just my personal preference. I don't think that family.
I think that they're expecting a large kid viewing audience.
Well,
to make their parents.
I mean, I agree with you. And then they showed the shadow of Galactus. Now, do you know who Galactus is?
Is that the guy with the ice? And
What?
I don't know. No.
What, the ice?
Who's the one that slides on the ice?
Oh my God!
That's Glacier.
Glacier?
I don't know.
Glacier.
The Iceman. Who's Galactus?
So there is an Iceman.
Yes, I know.
But that ain't this dude.
Okay, well, move on with your story. Let's go.
I like to hear you keep guessing at these dumb names. So the guy that you're thinking about, there is an Iceman from way back in the day. He was on the cartoon, like, he used to make a thing that he would slide on.
And he would slide on, yeah. Right. That's what I'm talking about.
They didn't do him in movies.
Oh.
You're thinking about
what
you're
group
thinking about
was he
Silver
a part
Surfer.
of? Or was he his own thing?
I don't know. I thought his powers
I
were
remember
whack.
watching it. No,
I
I
don't.
liked him.
What you mean? He just slid everywhere. He just had the powers come out of his hand, and he would just slide all over the place. I'll be there in a second. It's like he was always on a ride or something. It just didn't make much sense.
Okay, I liked him.
So Galactus
Yeah.
is a planet eater,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
Now, a lot of the angst that people,
Get fun of me. Go ahead.
a lot of the angst that people have with Galactus, they showed him in another movie. When they showed him in another movie, when he was with Silver Surfer, he was just a cloud,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's not who Galactus is. So now in this movie, they actually have him. It looks like he's comic. It looks like he's right as far as the comics are concerned,
Okay.
but his size is incorrect. He should be much larger than
Mhm.
the Earth. As a matter of fact, I think the Earth is like a little bit bigger than his hand. A little bit bigger than his hand. I don't know what just happened when there, but whatever. It's still fine. Like again, I could be wrong, but we'll see. So
Okay.
so let's go into Jurassic Park, and then we'll hit Severance.
Jurassic Park, I enjoyed the trailer. I think it's going to be a good movie. I know the last, what was it, the last movie they did, they kind of moved away from like the usual, like, oh, the DNA, the this, the that, where they were, I guess, trying to round them up and sell them. This one, they're kind of back to the DNA collection. I couldn't, but for different purposes, right? But I think this will be good. I'm hoping it'll be good.
So it looks like it has
I
more.
think they're squeezing the ever loving juice out of this.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the issue that they have now. I enjoyed Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
But I think it got too family friendly, if that makes any sense. Right.
Really?
Well, they try to take a lot of the dinosaurs eating people out of the
I didn't
movie.
even notice. Okay.
I think they killed. I think maybe they killed 3 people in that
Mhm.
movie. Like the guy who tried to shock the dinosaur that can make itself invisible, and then the guy who ran out of the enclosure, the dude, and then sat down in front of the Jeep like he wasn't gonna get seen.
Right.
I think he got eaten too. But for the most part, Jurassic Park has not been as scary, I think, as it
the
should
first
be.
one.
As it should be. Period.
Right.
Like if you
Well, I understand what you're saying.
you see Chris Pratt's character,
yeah, where he was training them and whatnot.
yeah, he's like teaching them, and that's not what happens if there's dinosaurs out there. If there's dinosaurs out there, you have actually pooped your pants. Okay, they're dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs.
He's trained them.
They're not dogs. They're dinosaurs. They at any second they could turn on you. Like people were trying to shoo away brontosauruses. No, they don't. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. I just don't think that the fear that goes along with dinosaurs was there. It wasn't magic. They were selling dinosaurs on the black market.
Yeah. That's the one where they had the auction. That's what I was talking about.
It's just I don't know. There's no fear there.
I get it. Yeah.
It should be a lot more scary.
So you think that's going to be? You think that's going to be something that's more of an issue in this particular? Like, you think that they're going to bring that back into this one? It kind of looked like it a little bit to me, with a little bit of the dialogue between the main character, the female, and one of the other male characters. A little bit of that dialogue made it sound like you should be scared because these are dinosaurs. Like, this is not a joke. This isn't. Hopefully, they do have a few people being murked.
I mean, Jurassic Park is always a good ride, right? It's always a good ride. I don't know why people poo-poo Jurassic Park. It's always like a nice, like, family kind of dinosaur movie that you go to. I personally would like a little bit more fear in the movie, but I get it. Like, you want children to be able to see it, and you don't want them having absolute nightmares. And it's supposed to be something that a family would want to go to see and be okay with. So I understand it from that aspect, right? What?
No, I'm just, because my daughter, she never wanted to She hates Jurassic Park.
Why?
She won't watch it.
Why?
I don't know if it's because of what you were saying, if it's more because it's just not well written, or I think for her it's like, oh, okay, y'all have done this already. I think actually she said that. Y'all have done this already. Enough. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she'll watch this one. I doubt it. But maybe I'll, you know,
I guess. I mean,
maybe I'll have her watch it with me.
as Dub says, what about Yellowjackets meet Jurassic Park? I bet you they be pooping in. I think now I hated this movie. I think it was called 60. I forget what the hell it was called. It was a dinosaur movie, right? And it had I forget what the hell it was called. 65. I think it's in 65 million years ago. That was a horrible movie, right? It was a guy who was stuck with a kid who couldn't talk, which made watching the dialogue in this movie absolute trash.
Okay.
But yeah, it didn't work. But the fear they had in that movie is the fear that should be conveyed in Jurassic Park. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
ScarJo riding a Velociraptor seemed to be the draw. I to be honest with you, I think Blue bothered me.
On when they were training the
Blue's continuation. Blue having kids, Blue being trained, Blue. Stop with the Blue, right? Get on to more dinosaur stuff.
So if Blue is in this movie, you're gonna.
I mean, I'm still gonna watch anyway. I'm just saying, yeah, 65 was with Adam Driver. That was garbage. That was garbacho. It was big time trash heap, trash juice.
Jesus.
Huh? That's where it was at. That's where we live at. That's what it was.
Then it said Blue's our boy.
I didn't like Blue or his dumb baby. I didn't care for
baby did nothing to you.
I didn't care for his dumb baby neither. And keep both of them. Anyway,
it's terrible.
Moving on. What we got?
All right. Yes, I like Blue also, Lisa. Thank you. I mean, Blue. Everybody. I think that's the reason why they keep bringing Blue back is because everybody likes Blue.
Nobody likes Blue.
Well, I think
and casting over Frankenstein, nobody likes Superman's dog neither.
Oh no.
What's his name?
No.
Wolfie.
Crypto.
Stupid dog. Dumb
Just
goddamn
opened
dog.
Up the floodgate. All right.
Dinos have babies too. Okay.
All right.
Text 7 said they begged me to play that 65 movie and then they were mad at me. Yeah, I begged a friend of mine.
Really?
Yes, I begged Dan to go watch it.
Did you you not know that you said the person was mute? A mute person?
It was a girl.
Okay, so you didn't know that character was mute?
No.
Okay.
No. We as a matter of fact, we saw that trailer while we were watching something else, and I was like, "Yo, that is going to be so good."
So you watched that trailer like you did the.
I was like, "That is going to be so good. We got to go." He was like, "You're stupid. That is going to be ass." And I was like, "It's not." He was like, "Okay, we'll go." And it was ass.
I think
it
you
was
need to
so
listen
bad.
to him from now on.
It was so bad, Chris.
Did he watch the other trailer with what was it? The werewolf.
Wolves?
No, the werewolf movie that you saw with the
Man?
girl eating the popcorn, and you were like, "Yeah, I gotta watch that."
Werewolves?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. No, he.
No, but did he watch it? And he said it was going to be trash.
No, he refused to watch that with me. He said no, absolutely not.
Okay, so I think you need to listen to him from now on.
All right, so now it's time for us to go into Severance.
Severance.
We got some stuff to talk about because I know the show's about to come on in a little bit, and we want to make sure that that the theories we're going to have tonight match up with what we think. So, what was your favorite part about this past episode?
I had a few, but I definitely, y'all chime in if you agree with me. That little spat between Cobell and Helly, where they were going back and forth at one another, I enjoyed that part because they were giving it to each other.
You talking about what?
When they were out in the parking lot.
God, Dan, that was at the end of the episode.
I said I had a few, but you asked what part I enjoyed.
You're right. You're right. I did.
You didn't say it had to be at the beginning.
You are 100% correct.
I also enjoyed. Well, I don't know if I enjoyed it, but Milchek's, the look on Milchek's face when he got them damn paintings.
When he got what? When he got what? When he got what?
The paintings.
Oh. I don't know why you laughing. That wasn't supposed to be funny, man.
No, that wasn't funny. It was the look on his face.
I thought it was good.
He was so offended.
I don't think he was offended at all.
Yeah, he was. That's why he put them away.
I don't know, man. I read that different. I mean, you could be right.
Really?
Yeah.
No. All right. So because what's that child's name? That's always on between Natalie. Natalie, when she said that she got similar paintings, they kind of had a look between the two of them, like,
No.
okay.
So what do you think? What do you think the look between Natalie
and Milchek was?
Yeah.
It was, yeah, I know it's offensive, but it is what it is.
You think that's what that look was?
Because after the board got off of the call, that smile that she had slapped all over her face kind of went away, and then she brought it back like, I gotta maintain this.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think that was for I think that was for another reason. I think
What purpose do you think that was for?
I think she was thinking about reaching out to him.
Okay.
I honestly think that she felt some sort of connection with him, and she was uncertain whether or not she should open up to him, and the same thing with him. I think he was afraid to share with her.
Well, I don't think he knows if he could trust her or not.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's exactly what you were looking at is her wanting to tell him something and him wanting to do the same, but not knowing what they would do with that information. Would you stay with me, or would you go and tell, right? Because they were all alone.
I agree. I agree with that, but I feel like if I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it like this. He opened up the paintings, and the way that I read his face, now I could be wrong, but the way that I read his face is he was slightly offended, right? So when she got off of the call,
Look at her face.
I'm looking at her face. It's after this though.
So I'm gonna pause it because so we don't get copyrighted. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it to you, said, but I honestly believe.
I'm trying to explain my point.
Okay, go.
So
on in.
my point is, yes, I agree that there was something that they wanted to say to each other, and yes, would they get, and would one betray the other with that information? But I am thinking, because to me it looked like he was offended. She wanted to say, yeah, I understand. I was too when I got my paintings. That's how I read it. Because they'd been in the room together before and they never.
She did say she had the exact same paintings. I don't know if she thought it was because of disrespect or what, but I feel like, look at her face. Like, it's like she wants to tell him, and she's letting him know right now that they're no longer on the call.
No, not yet. That's not right.
She's
now
about
she's
to tell
still
him that he's about to talk to her, and she's going to say they're gone.
She's saying right now that they're telling her,
yeah,
to say that she got the same painting. And he's saying he appreciates it. Does that look like an appreciative look?
Hang on. I'm pause it again.
Does that look like a look of appreciation, or?
I don't know. I don't know if it's.
Thank you, Dubs. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with Dubs 100%. There's, you can't tell. Like, is he? Do these paintings mean something to him? Like, is he appreciative for what they represent? Are they part of his family? Or are these just random random pictures of random black folks. They just passing to all black folks.
It's the same facial structure and everything. All they did was just change the color on the person. But that's my point. If it's something, if it's listen, we've all gotten a Christmas gift from the loved one where you open it and you're like, oh, but you have to fake the funk, right? So you're like, thank you, whomever, right? And you try and put on that fake smile or fake appreciation or what have you for the gift, but um you know
Okay, so I think
it's right after this that she has the look when she says that the board has disconnected the call, where the smile goes away for a half a second and then comes back.
if you watch her eyebrows, I know it's stupid, but if you watch her eyebrows, they're more, they just seem like they have more compassion, right? As he's looking away from her, and she wants to identify with him. Like, she wants to talk to him on a basic level, but she's so afraid to.
Yeah.
And him the same. He's the exact same way. So she sees that nothing is going to take place here. He's not going to open up to her. So she's going to put that smile back on her face and roll out.
Exactly. But Deborah has disconnected the call. The
Now look at her.
smile goes
See,
away.
the smile goes away, but look how empathetic she looks.
I think that, to me, I'm
look at her face.
It's gone right, and then she puts the smile back on.
Smile back on, back to work as usual, and he straightens back up.
Right.
So
we both see the same thing. We're just viewing it differently. We both literally commented on the same thing, but we're just. Philly girl said, "No, he's saying, what is this crap?" Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what the connection is with the. Are these just random pictures?
No, it's all of the pictures that they have in their archive of Kier, but they changed the shade on Kier to be that of an African American male.
Are you serious?
You did not pay attention.
I didn't. That's messed up.
Yeah. So now are we?
Lumen is messed up, bro. The show is all about details. Right about that. You are right about that. All right, what about so right after that, we're introduced to, not introduced to, but we see Mrs. Selvig is having a hard go. She's having a tough time.
Yeah.
Out there. She's living out there in them streets.
Yeah.
She can't go back home.
In the street. Guys.
She gotta make life happen in that little Datsun she got.
Why we gotta talk about the little car? Listen. She was spotted at a, I don't know if we want to call it a mile marker, a kilometer marker. And please forgive me, I forget.
Like, share, subscribe, you enjoy the content. Go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm trying to remember the name of the town that she was nearby. Was it Salt's Neck? I think that's the name of it. Salt's Neck. And it showed her like 238. It didn't say. I mean, we're going to presume that it could have been miles, it could have been kilometers, depending on, but because we don't know where they are, it could have been 238, whatever. But she turned around and she decided to go home. What was the medical device that she looked at in the vehicle?
Damn.
No,
I don't know.
It was a tube. But what was that for? Okay. If anybody in the chat knows potentially the purpose of that, please let me know.
Was this at the end?
No, this is when she was, before she turned around and she was like, screw that. That scene where she was looking at the mile marker. She looks down, and there's like a medical tube. It looked like a medical tube. And she bangs a Yui.
Bro, I don't know. Melba knows what you're talking about. Apparently. 250 miles away. So, yeah. Okay, and then we have another creepy scene. I wouldn't say creepy, but it's definitely weird. So then you have Mark comes up with a plan.
Oh, okay.
What?
Nothing, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I thought you were going to talk about Dylan and his wife, but go ahead. Mark.
No. As the show goes, homie. Okay, as the show goes. So Mark and Helena, they embark on a trip to go find
Oh my goodness.
his deceased Fraulein,
Mm-mm.
and
Mm-mm.
they happen upon I don't know what this is, but it's like
It's a pasture.
they they out here with these goats, son. They out here with these goats, and I don't know. I promise I don't know what is the point to the goats. Does anyone know? Is there a theory out there? Can anyone tell me why? Because I also remember in season 1, right, when they had the dude
Mhm.
upstairs in a suit,
Petting the goat.
he was feeding the goats, and he
Yeah.
was like, "They aren't ready."
Baby's not ready, or the children aren't ready, or
Ready
something.
for
Yeah.
what?
Well, that's the whole point. So you have to take into consideration. I think we discussed previously that it could have been um, cloning. I also think that we discussed because remember, Lumen has talked about, or Helly has discussed the medication, the non-Lumen medication that she took. So is it testing on the ant? Like, it could be one of a million things. We don't know. Don't know.
Some think the goats are cloned.
Yeah.
But for what purpose?
To see if they're able to clone and if there's any differences. I mean, you got to test.
I mean, that's a good theory. None of these goats look alike, but that's
Yeah, but we don't know if
you're right. You don't know what stage they're in. You don't know how the thing is going. So, I mean, it's fine. But
so this particular scene that you're referencing with regard to the goats, well, let's start first. Mark asks the team. He asks Helly. He asks Irvin. He has Dylan to go help him look for his wife Gemma. Dylan's the only one that declines the offer. He says he's in a groove with his work. He wants to be able to make quota or whatever. Irvin goes to O&D uh wing where Bert was to try and go find any information. Helly and Mark decide to go back to where they saw these goats and ask around to see if anyone knows anything. And they run into Lore. I think that's her name, Lore. And she kind of refuses, and Mark pushes. Well, she doesn't like it, and she rings the cowbell. And now you got, what is it, Children in the Corner, whatever, just coming out of nowhere.
why are you dressed as a goat? What is going on here? Why are you dressed that way, sir? Huh? Why do you have on this amazingly accurate uh goat suit out here in this grass?
Maybe he skinned a goat.
Um, I enjoy this scene, and I feel like I'm vindicated in saying that there's a part in here where after she tells Mark and Helly that she isn't there. I don't know why she's so. Oh yeah, I do.
Well, she first asked them when she first sees them, "Are you here to
Are
kill
you here
me?"
to kill me? Yes.
Right.
And because they believe the same thing that
Oh, and
everyone
do
else
believe.
believed, right? Because of those paintings,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that is they're meant to keep the different sections from communicating,
Mingling. Mm-hmm.
right?
Did
And
Did you see the scene where they asked them to lift up so they could see their bellies?
yeah,
And she said no pouches, and he was like, "That doesn't mean anything," because they still think that they're kangaroos.
of course, just like Dylan still thinks that
Bert.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
is still like a killer.
Yeah.
He's
Mm-hmm.
like 90. Why would you be afraid of somebody who is that old? Would you be afraid? Would you be scared?
Yeah, I don't know what skill set he carries.
Skill set.
Yeah.
I promise you right now. I promise you. I promise you right now. As sure as I'm sitting here,
I don't know.
let me catch you. Let me catch you getting your ass whooped by a 90-year-old. I promise to God, I will bend down and laugh in your face as he's throwing these blows.
What?
Oh my God, I would laugh so hard. Chris, you have no idea.
There's a casting of Frankenstein. Please help me out. There is a anime cartoon right now on Netflix about an old retired spy. He's older, he's retired, he's gained weight, and everybody thinks that he's a pushover, and yet I'm just saying, you don't know.
Every day I would remind you. Remember that day? Remember that time yesterday at 4 o'clock when you got beat up by that 90-year-old man because you was talking smack? Remember that?
Yes, Sakamoto Days.
Remember when you
That's
got
the name of the
smacked
show.
up? Huh?
Show.
Remember you got
Thank you,
smacked up
Casanova.
for running them lips? Huh? Was running that yep. You got smacked up by that 90-year-old man? Huh? I bet you won't talk to him like that no more, huh?
Whatever.
Okay, so after that we got Bert and Ernest. Irving.
But
Damn it.
Bert wasn't even in this episode.
You're right. So
with the exception of Irving and his drawing.
Right. So we have it clearly we have
Felicia
and Bert who are talking
and Irving.
Right. That's right. That's Irving. I keep getting them mixed up.
Terrible.
So you have them talking.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't want that. You have them talking, and you can see that Irving still misses Bert,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He still wants. Look at that. Look at that on his face. That man is in love. Okay, he needs to see his man again. Okay, why are you making that face?
I'm listening.
So I like that aspect of this show.
Mm-hmm.
I think at some point they do get back together.
Well, did you hear when she said Bert took 2 hours to make sure that his hair was right before the first time that he went to go see
Well,
her?
that's what love will do. That's what love will do. So I like that aspect of it. I thought that was pretty good. I hope they get back together.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
What else you got? So the next thing is Dylan basically lying to
Mark and
Irving when they want to get him out of the cubicle and have him help them go look for.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was two different things. He lied to Mark and Helly. When Mark and Helly were asking to help them go look for Gemma, he lied to Irvin because Irvin wanted to go find the hallway that he'd been painting because the Felicia accidentally saw the hallway and said that's the exports hallway. We used to go there all the time, but now there's like some other guy doing it. How do you know about this? So he was asking Dylan to help him go find that hall.
So I like this scene. As a matter of fact, it's probably one of my favorite in this entire episode.
Which particular scene?
The scene where Dylan meets his wife basically for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do have an issue with this scene. And I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I don't think with as close as Irving and Dylan are, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Irving or that Dylan would turn his back on Irving for a woman he doesn't know. He doesn't know her.
Yeah, but he was desperate to know his family. Remember in season 1 when he found out that he had a son, he bit.
Right, but there are no feelings there. He has no idea who this woman is.
Yeah, but you're desperate to find out what your life is. This is your life that you have no idea about.
I guess I see it different. Like if I didn't know you, right? If I didn't know you, I wouldn't care as much.
You wouldn't be curious?
Sure, I'd be curious.
Okay, well, so let's chalk it up to curiosity for him.
All right. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I thought it was I thought this scene was powerful for two reasons. One, you get to see that his wife. You get to learn that his wife is frustrated,
mm-hmm.
and that Dylan finds out that he's not the lady killer that he joked around in saying that he was. He thought he was awesome on the outside,
mm-hmm.
and he finds out that he is actually none of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that eats at him because he can't fix it being inside
Right.
Lumen, and it's got to eat at him knowing that this nice woman who he's married to,
Mm-hmm.
he is absolutely not
Stepping up to the plate.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I I really liked that scene. Um,
I did too.
I feel like any Dylan is going to take over for um can't get off his ass Dylan.
You think what without him going through the process, how would he do that? Because just to like add on to it, like in this particular scene, you could tell he's smitten with her, like he's cute or whatever with her. But when you have the scene with Outie Dylan and the wife, and he asked her, he was like, "How did it go?" And she was like, it was a thing. Like she didn't, but the look on his face to me, it if I take both those scenes and put them together, I'm looking at it like I feel like maybe maybe she's liking the Dylan more because he's softer. He's I guess more gentle. I mean I don't
I
know.
understand what you're saying. He's different. He's
Different.
not the Dylan that she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think am I showing this? I'm not showing that, right? Oh, that's old. All right. So I I don't know. Melba thinks it's manipulation. I want to know. I don't know how. I want to know how you think it's manipulation. Like what do you think they're doing? You think that his wife
I think
isn't his?
no, I think I thought that at first because all the pictures that they showed were recent pictures, with the exception. The only reason why I kind of backed off of that was I think some of the pictures that they showed with the kids may have been older pictures. Um, and then you had the scene where they were living together or whatever. I think the manipulation is keeping your any in line with the carrot of, but you'll get 18 minutes. People, can we do 15 or 20? 18? What is that?
So,
But
yeah, I
with
don't.
the carrot of being able to visit your family and
So I was trying to figure out what the what the specific reason was for 18.
yeah,
Like what?
that
Why
worked
would
my
you?
nerves.
Why would you?
That worked
Why
my
not
nerves.
15? Why not 20?
Right.
Why 18?
Yeah.
Just because
I don't know.
that I mean, it seemed like that's something this show would do. Dub says, why did the wife lie to him? And when she got home, why did she continue to keep the lie from Dylan? I think she lied to him because she didn't want to make him feel inadequate. I don't think she wanted to make him feel like he wasn't worth, or that his innie was any better than he was on the outside. He was already. He looked like he was already going through it on the outside. He didn't need another thing
Mm-hmm.
to constantly like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
bother him.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she lied to him inside or outside.
Ah.
Lisa Wright
Yeah,
says, if
but
the
if
any
she's
wife sleeps with Dylan, is she cheating?
well, that's why if she's finding him, I don't know, more attractive or more appealing, we'll say. Like, would you tell your spouse the other half of you while you're at work is a better you than you are?
No,
No,
that's messed up.
exactly.
But if she sleeps with any Dylan, this is so weird. She sleeps with any Dylan. Is she cheating on Outie Dylan?
No,
No,
no.
no.
Maybe emotionally, but it's the same you. You're the same. Wait,
Uh,
physically, physically, we're talking about the same person.
no,
Physically,
no,
yes,
no,
yes.
no, no.
Please don't make me say it. Yes, physically, we're talking about the same person. Emotionally, yes.
So I think it is cheating, and I only say that because she knows that there are two personalities.
That's the emotional part that I
Right,
just
but you
agreed
no,
to.
no, they're not the same person, and you know it.
Emotion.
If you didn't know,
Time.
no, if you didn't know they were two people living in one body, and then you did it, it would not be cheating. But because you know that any Dylan ain't outie Dylan, now you looking for excuses.
That's the emotional.
No.
That's the emotional.
No, you wanted to smash.
Physically, y'all got the same parts.
No.
So
No.
physically, y'all have the same parts, right? Ain't nothing changed on that front.
Okay, so let's
okay. So physically, no. Emotionally, which is exactly what you are saying and what I am saying, yes.
Okay, so let's. All right, so I'm gonna just ask you, right?
Oh my god.
If
Go ahead, spit it out. Yeah.
If your husband,
oh my god,
you go to work, you don't remember nothing, right? Which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a massive date rape drug. Actually, if you think about it,
Oh my god,
which is messed up. I probably shouldn't have said. I gotta bleep that out. But yeah. So your husband comes home and be like, "Hey, listen, I know you weren't aware, right? But something happened."
But they are two consenting adults at the end of the day. As long as everybody's consenting, people. They are two consenting adults.
No,
your any is a consenting. Excuse me. Your any is a consenting adult.
Three consenting people.
I'm not done.
Is it a threesome?
No.
Is it a threesome?
Oh my god, no.
Is it a threesome? It'd be weird, right?
Guys,
it'd be weird.
Down a rabbit
a lot
hole.
of questions.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Your any is a consenting adult, and the wife is a consenting adult, right? Your body parts from your any and your outie are exactly the same. You're cheating emotionally.
It would bother me, right?
Of course it would.
Okay, so whether you call it cheating or not, it's gonna bother you, right? Something happened I wasn't aware of, right? So I feel bad. Okay. So because you're gonna get a lot of this. Well, if you don't want me, why don't you go to work and mess with me at work then, right? You get that kind of jealousy, right?
Well, I don't think that they're gonna, because remember,
you start hearing crazy stuff like, "Well, yo, Annie got a bigger thing than you do."
Oh, Miss Wong
That'd be
anyway
messed up.
was.
Be messed
Miss
up.
Wong was.
Could you be mad at that?
Oh my god. I can't do it. I can't. Miss Wong was all up in their conversation anyway, so they can't. I don't know how that would potentially even occur.
What?
Any physical relationship, because Miss Wong. Because remember when she said, "Oh, Seth made me do," she was talking about Mr. Milchick. Seth made me do whatever, and he was like, "Well, who's Seth?" And she started telling him, the little girl was like, "Please refrain from divulging blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
So they can't do anything.
Yeah, well, it's fine. All right. So what happens next?
Oh, I don't know. You went off on a little tangent.
We did get off on a tangent. So Dylan meets his wife. He goes home, find out he's a piece of shit, and then and Irving and the nice lady
Felicia.
Yes. They are discussing old times with Bert and how he missed him and how he did his hair and all that other stuff. So then they find out about the door with the red.
Well, that's the exports door that Felicia was talking to him that.
And Felicia starts to change. Oh no, they're just talking about
that she's gonna see it just here, the door.
Yeah, but I gotta pause it because
she
hit
so
with copyright.
She happens to go forward in his book or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, that's all right, that's all right." And she says, "Well, how do you know about the exports wing?" I think is what she, or corridor. She said,
"How does he know?"
They never got into that.
So I think you'll find out in this episode
how he knows.
Yeah.
Because she said they used to go, but now someone else does it.
Why does Felicia look like she's filled with dread as she talks about this door.
Because the man now goes.
Who?
I don't know. She just said she said their group used to go, but now a man goes.
Right. She has somebody.
So it's one, what are they exporting? Are they exporting bodies? What are we quote unquote exporting? And then two, who is now in charge of the exporting?
Yeah. So there's the door that Irving knows about and Felicia knows about. I don't recall this door. I don't know if we've seen it yet.
Yeah. That's the door that he kept painting, his Audi kept painting.
Oh, that's right. So I don't know what that would lead to. Like, share, subscribe, you enjoy the content. I know tonight has been a weird night, and this probably ain't gonna be a winner for a lot of people, but it's whatever. You like talking about Severance, we like to talk about anything that comes on this show, so you never know what you're gonna see here.
So now we move into Mark and Natalie and Rickon. Because remember, Natalie went to Rickon. She's trying to get him to rewrite his book, but be more specific for the innies.
Right. Yeah.
And Devin sees them. Anyway, Mark and Devin are trying to rig something because at the beginning of the show, which I unfortunately I think we kind of skipped over at the very beginning of the show, you see Mark timing himself, how long it takes for him to get from his vehicle through where he needs to be reauthorized every day, apparently through security, and where he forgets, where he becomes his innie. So he's counting.
Rickon is like a cartoon character. Like, he's not even a real person.
No, he's
just odd.
Yeah.
But I like him. He's cool.
So, but now with that information, he and his sister have now created like a light with a writing on it that says who's alive. So the question that they're trying to get across to any Mark is, who was he talking about when he screamed out, "She's alive"? Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's what he's portraying, but he knows.
Yeah,
and his sister really knows.
Yeah, but I think that they're just like, can we just confirm?
He doesn't want to believe it,
Right.
but he knows that she's alive.
Oh, yeah.
He knows she's alive. And his sister definitely knows that she's alive. He was holding her picture.
Yeah,
and he said she's alive. What
right,
was
but
he talking about? Caterpillars?
They kept going back and forth between, was it her daughter? Was it him? Was it the daughter? Was it him? Yeah, I think they, if I'm not mistaken, in the prior episode came to the consensus that it was his wife. But why else would you be writing who's alive to try and burn into your retinas? You have no other reason for that.
Yeah. Well, that was crazy. Which, again, we'll get to in a second. But so I really enjoyed this episode. I kind of want to know what you guys think is going to happen in this episode. What we are going to see. Does anyone think that, putting this question to y'all, does anyone think that Mrs. Selvig was going to be offed?
Well, let's discuss the scene quickly.
Okay. So, you go ahead.
So, Selvig, after she turned around at that mile marker, kilometer marker, or whatever, she goes back to Lumen where she sees Helly in the parking lot, and they kind of have like we'll call it a standoff. Where Helly calls her egotistical and that she has hubris and arrogant. And she says that those things can cause, having those traits, and she says Kier teaches that having those traits can cause pain. And Cobell fires back and says everything she accomplished, she earned, and it wasn't handed to her. Taking a swipe at Helly being the descendant of Kier. And then Helly replies that Cobell has overestimated her contributions and underestimated her blessings. That was a dig and a half, y'all.
Well, first of all, I don't know where Miss Selvig like gets off, where she's coming up here making demands, talking about
She wants to be
I
back
want
in
my job
charge.
back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run this section, and this is how it's gonna be. Lady, you sleeping in your car? You sleeping in your car, in your little Volkswagen Rabbit, or whatever it is.
Right, but
You
this is what made her feel important, was because in this same scene she's talking about how she, the work that she did, not that the collective group did or anything of that nature, what she did and how she moved forward the project. So yeah, she thinks she's like, in her mind it's one of those, but you need me. And that was that basically the end of this conversation, where Helly's like, but you think we do, and we kind of don't.
why did she turn and run? Why did she turn and run after going back? She said Helly says to her, why don't we go inside and
She sets up a call with the board.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And uh Selvig, who is almost to the door,
It
looks
was
at
as soon as she saw that security guard.
yeah.
Yeah.
She realized that I guess maybe she was in danger. Maybe that's why she turned around. But she turned around, she bolted back to her car, and then she hauled it. She got out of there.
Yeah.
You think they was gonna kill her?
I didn't get that impression until you said it.
I mean, why was she running?
Because we also don't know what they do in there. So could they have killed her? Could they have used her for spare body parts? We don't know.
Wow, that is dark
Could they
as
have
hell.
turned her into a board? You know, who knows?
I I don't know. I really enjoyed her character. I enjoyed Mark's character. Mark's he's kind of I think he just refuses to open himself up to
Who is this?
Mark,
Mm-hmm.
to the possibility that she's still alive. I think he's just trying to refuse that entire
I
situation.
disagree.
What do you mean?
Because towards the beginning of the episode, you had that one scene with Helly and Mark in the hallway, where they were kind of like wanting to kiss each other and kind of weren't. And then Mark kind of pulls back, because in my mind, I think he's like, if I have a wife, I have a duty to her. Yeah, I'm attracted to her, but should I, like, right now I'm looking for my wife,
Right.
right? So it'd be kind of awkward to be kissy kissy with somebody else.
Why? Because would it be cheating?
Emotionally.
Oh, here you go. You can't have
Wait,
both ways on it.
no. For him, it would be cheating because he's married.
But it's not him.
But it is him. It's him. Same body parts.
It's you and this goddamn body parts thing. It's not. Uh, Melba says she's part of the cult. Part of the cult from before, like her mom. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess
Who,
that could be.
Helly?
I want to say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on. They need to explain a little bit better.
Yeah, but you keep coming back because
I don't know. It's
yeah.
just like it just appears like confusing the shit out of audiences is the popular thing these days. From Severance,
Mm-hmm.
Dark. Just you know what? We're just gonna throw a lot of stuff on screen
Why not?
and see if they can figure
Let's
it out.
get it.
So yeah, I love that. I love this show. I can't wait to see what happens. I think Mark's wife is alive. I think she's still alive. I think that Dylan Audi becomes no more, and
I'd be
the
curious to see how that happens.
the any Dylan takes over with that whatever that thing is that that woman did to
Mark,
yeah, what was it called?
the reintegration process.
Reintegration.
Yeah, because that's where she talks about the 5 different brain waves that I. So the way that I understood what she was explaining is each individual has 5 different brain waves, and what they did to cause this is they made your innie and your outie, so you have a total of 10, right?
Right.
Because they're on 2 different wavelengths. So the reintegration process, which she says she's gotten better at, guys, is bringing those 2, each of those wavelengths back into line with each other for each 5 of those So the end of the episode ends with it seems like it worked because mentally he wakes up back on the
Right.
table.
So he's gonna know.
Yeah.
He's gonna know that she's still alive, and in turn, everyone else is going to know that she's still alive. His sister and everyone else. So this should be a pretty interesting episode, which I think will be out in a few minutes if it's not out already. So it's a really really good show, you know. So yeah, I think that's about it for that show. So
Yep.
you got about 5-10 minutes. You know, wrap it up. What you want to talk about? What we watching? What we doing?
What are you doing?
I'm not doing nothing because these shows out suck right now.
They are sparse.
These shows are actually terrible, and I won't say terrible, but I may have to start reviewing stuff that I'd already seen just to you know, just to kind of keep stuff excited, keep stuff exciting. I don't want to watch anything that I don't like. I feel like that's boring, and it kind of takes away from the excitement.
Do you remember
of
what you
show.
told me just a few short weeks ago?
What?
Do you know what we do here?
Yeah.
Okay. It can't be just what you like, right?
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen, it can't. It's not always going to be what I like, right? If the people out there want me to watch something and review something, I will look at it and I will review it. Like we got a few recommendations this week by some folks for Lovecraft, which I'm definitely going to watch because that looked amazing. I think that was recommended to us by.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't remember.
It was Melba?
No, it was Nina. It was Live from the Bushes.
Live from the Bushes, yeah. Live from the Bushes. Thank you. I'm definitely watching that. So I have to see if that's, you know, we can talk about that. You know, and then we can talk about that. We can share that one. So, but that's definitely a show that I'm definitely going to watch. I had no idea that was even a thing. So
yeah, the unfortunately I can't recall the the woman's name, the actress's name, but it's the sister. I'm sure everybody knows Jessie Smollett is his sister. So she's the main actress in it. Along with the guy off of, gosh, I can't remember his name, Marvel, who got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so I mean he's out anyway, so it don't matter. What are you watching? Watch The Hunting Party is new. What was that about?
Someone else recommended that on Discord this week.
What's it about?
I don't know. I just said someone else recommended it. May actually be the same individual. I have no idea, but it was recommended on Discord. Hunting Party.
I'm telling you right now, there is nothing except I'm watching Dark. Like if there was something out, I wouldn't even watch Dark. I'm glad I did. Lovecraft, I wouldn't even have known about that because I probably wouldn't have watched that if there was something out that was good. But these shows, especially that you guys are recommending, are very good to watch.
By the way, guys, I'm not sure if he reviewed where you can watch Yellowjackets while I was on my way over here, but just as a reminder, Yellowjackets is on Paramount Plus. The next season is due to come out, if I'm not mistaken, on the 14th. And however, if you wanted to watch seasons 1 and 2, you can do so on Netflix. But go ahead.
Absolutely, yep. But definitely give Yellowjackets a watch. It's gonna be corny at first, not corny. It's not gonna be what you expect.
No,
like it's definitely a really good show. What else you got? Anything else? Anything else out that's coming out? So as these movies start to come out, and these shows like Invasion, which is my jam, like Invasion.
Yeah, we know.
I can't wait for that to come out. I still don't have a date on that yet, as a matter of fact. So I'm probably look that up when this is done. But as soon as these movies start dropping, man, these shows start dropping, we're gonna be on it. We'll be busy. Maybe we get my sister's.
If you can get it to work.
Microphone working.
My microphone works. I don't know why there was the feedback, guys. Again, I'm so sorry.
I can start waking you up in the middle of the night. We can start doing trailer reactions.
I'm so sorry. Hopefully we can have that fixed for you guys next week.
So, but it's all good. It's all good. Anybody got anything out there, man? Anything they want to talk about? Y'all join the Discord so we can keep this party rolling. I like to talk to y'all about
about certain things and certain movies. I was given a suggestion that I put out a server for
Movies that y'all wanna drag.
movies that suck, which was a fantastic idea. So
Thank you, Live from the Bushes, for that suggestion.
yeah, we definitely doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely doing that. So
Yeah. Yep.
okay, so
All right.
all right, so that's
Guys.
gonna be it. Go watch Severance, and we'll talk about it next week. I love you guys a lot. We really appreciate the subscriptions. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. And we don't have a lot of people right now, but hopefully down the road with, you know, word of mouth, and maybe as this starts to pick up a little bit, maybe we get a few more people to the channel. So we really appreciate y'all. We love you guys, man. And we'll see y'all next week. Well, I'll see you soon because I got to talk about Dark. So I'll see you guys soon, man. I love y'all.
Cheers, guys. Love you.
Holla.